What is up YouTube, and welcome to this No Time to Die video. There will be spoilers for this movie and previous Daniel Craig Bond movies as well, so please do be warned. This movie has taken a while to come to screens, and the theme's singer Billie Eilish has even had a whole new look and persona since that song was revealed. And yes, this video isn't about Bond themes, but I really love that song. I do think that Daniel Craig has had some of the best Bond songs. I think the only one I didn't like was the one with Jack White and Alicia Keys, just because I'm not a big fan of Jack White and the White Stripes. But hey, that's me. Let me know what your favourite Bond theme is in the comments. It's also been so long that I actually even forgot Rami Malek was even in the movie, despite being a huge fan of his. Seriously, if you haven't seen Mr. Robot, go and watch it. And also, please, if you watch it, explain the ending to me, because I have not got a clue what happened. Now, the villains in the movies are usually the most interesting part of the James Bond movies, aside from the cool gadgets, the Aston Martins, and, the ladies as well. There have been a number of iconic ones, such as Hugo Drax, Scaramanga, and more. However, Daniel Craig's reboot era, well, it took a more simple approach. Gone are the days of a villain just chilling out in a volcano. And, well, it was quite clearly inspired by the Bourne franchise, and gone were the silly gadgets and mad plans. While Le Chiffre was quietly menacing, the villains, they're largely forgettable. And the looming threat of Quantum and then Spectre was really interesting. And I really loved that scene where Bond goes and hears all of the plans and says, "I'm coming for you." I thought that was so cool. But No Time to Die suffers from the issue the franchise at large has had, trying to rush and shoehorn in an even larger threat. Due to licensing issues, the iconic Spectre were not able to be used in the franchise until 2015's Spectre, the fourth movie in a rebooted franchise that has 5 movies. A franchise that we were always thinking was going to end with the next movie, because Daniel Craig was like, I would literally die rather than doing another James Bond movie. The use of Spectre felt incredibly rushed, and the sudden reveal that an adopted brother of James was the author of all his pain came as a dull end to a franchise that had bigged up a huge threat. Now, in my opinion, Christoph Waltz was wasted in what many expected to be the final movie in a franchise. As I said, Daniel Craig notably wanted to quit. Yeah, it's a shame, but it carries on in No Time to Die. Spectre has manipulated the entire reboot franchise, and with their leader in prison, what now? Will we see other Spectre characters? Will we see cool things like that? And what is the secret that Madeleine Swann has, and will Blofeld escape? I was pumped to see the end of the franchise, except what we got was something, for the rest of the franchise, it felt rushed, and the ending to the Spectre storyline was not it, and threw a spanner in the works for Swann and Bond's happy ending by introducing someone from her past, which I have no problem with. But what was it? Did she do dirty work for her father's organisation? What is her secret? Well, no, and here's the problem, because it really was absolutely nothingy, which it's weird. Now, Safin is one of the best villains look-wise and acting-wise, I think, in the whole Bond franchise. Swann's past comes back to haunt her, but he was just a guy who was also affected by Spectre, who set about getting revenge as his family were killed by Swann's father. The movie opens with Safin searching for him, but he's not there, only for him to kill her mother and save her from the ice, which is where the character becomes very confusing. Now, he's had a vendetta against all of Spectre, understandably, but also their relatives. So much so that later he would hijack a virus created by M in secret that kills people and can be targeted according to DNA. I say virus, but it's really just nanites. It's a bit of a convoluted plot, but Spectre stole this, and after a classic Bond scene meeting a beautiful woman expertly played by Anne de Armas, who I thought was absolutely bloody brilliant in this Knives Out reunion. We see the nanites stolen to affect Bond, but they've been switched and actually kill all of Spectre. At least 99%. Great, they finally got the rights back last movie, and they've killed off nearly everyone. Now, we will table the whole Blofeld eye thing because that's another topic, but Safin's job is done. He's avenged his family, but he does need to also kill Blofeld, the head of the snake, which he does via Madeleine Swann, his therapist, but the task is accidentally passed on to Bond, and very unceremoniously, the most powerful villain in the reboot series is killed. Bond literally turns around and he's just slumped in his weird little cell thing that reminded me of the one that Baron Zemo had in Civil War. The build-up to Spectre, the amazing portrayal by Waltz, and if we ignore the silly brother thing, it's just bizarre that the new boy on the block kills this absolutely huge character. Personally, I think having Bond try to protect Blofeld to subsequently protect Madeleine Swann would have been an expert way to turn the Bond story on its head. I also dislike the misunderstanding that Swann was behind the bomb in the tomb at the start, but that's another thing for another time. Now, with our boy Safin sorted, you'd think that he's, going to chill out, go off, maybe play some Fortnite or something, but he now wants to go after Madeleine, despite her father being dead and would have no idea that she was taken out. And, well, he now has a plan of world domination by wiping out a large number of the world's population. Wait, what? Why has this happened? He's become the same thing Spectre was, an organisation that causes pain and suffering, and Safin's Thanos-style goals are very, questionable, even more than Thanos himself. It's a real shame that Safin essentially was reduced to a third act plot designed to simply deny Bond his happy ending and wrap up everything sort of neatly. His base in a missile silo, look, demeanour was just top tier villainary. He didn't have a laser with Bond strapped to it. He wasn't strong. He was simply someone who used poison. He was menacing, showing the door to the poison garden, but in my opinion was a total waste. He dies just like most other Bond villains in the end, and it was very, again, unceremonious, except I did really like that he poisoned Bond in that last moment. I was like, and then I realised what happened. We only really got to know him in the last hour. Now, don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed the movie. You can enjoy a movie, but really have some strong criticisms of it. I had a great time watching it, even if it was a bit long. I'm not really sure why movies now are becoming 3 hours long, because if you can't tell a movie in 90 minutes, then I just think there is something a bit wrong with the storytelling. The movie had some great bits, like the super fan agent that worked for Safin. He was very cool. And de Armas and even the defector scientist were pretty funny. But just like Spectre, the ingredients don't work together due to the base of the soup being a bit off. So let me know what you think down below. Did you enjoy the movie? And don't get me wrong, I did have fun watching it. I just think that Safin and the third act suffered from the same issues that we had with Spectre, where it is very fractured. But that is it for this video. Please drop a like down below. Do subscribe with notifications on if you want more from us. And I'll see you soon, and goodbye.